It's an orange juice.
What's up everyone, this is OJ. The Tornado is an epic spell found not in Spell Valley, but in Builder's Workshop. Once released, you can buy a stack of 10 for 400 gems. This brings it up to level 3 immediately. Increasing its level will only increase its damage. Like all cards in the game, the damage increases 10% per level. At tournament standard, it deals 58 damage per second for a total of 178 damage over 3 seconds. If you break it down, it administers 1 tick of damage every 0.5 seconds for 29 damage. So it takes 1.5 seconds to kill skeletons, which is 3 ticks. It does not damage buildings, so you don't need to worry about activating the King's Tower. It can pull both air and ground units, dealing damage similar to Zap. It won't kill anything stronger than Stab Goblins. Minions will still survive with a sliver of health, but it offers the benefit of pulling the units. Let's break down the mechanics of the Tornado. It's different from the Log. It can pull units that aren't walking. This can be when they're deployed or when they're busy attacking. But if a unit is already walking and you try to pull it away from where it wants to go, the unit will resist the Tornado. However, if you pull a unit toward its intended destination, that actually pulls them significantly faster. This can be a good thing if you want to separate certain units. Or it can be deadly if you accidentally speed up units closer to your tower. Size, weight, and move speed of the unit does not matter. The mechanic pulls all units at equal strength. Here's where it gets very interesting. Any unit sucked by the Tornado, whether they're stalled or pulled to the core, will still be able to attack, provided they're within range. This holds true with melee units as well. Since it doesn't stun units, a Valkyrie can die very fast. Essentially, you'll never want to pull Minion Horde onto your arena tower. They'll arrive faster and start attacking as soon as they're within range. If your opponent attempts to kite your unit, you can cancel it out by pulling the unit back. While units are moving, the Tornado has a tough time pulling units backwards, but easily pulls them forward. There are a crazy amount of situations where both mechanics can come in handy. Since Golems and P.E.K.K.A.s have a slower load time, you can pull them into the other lane. It's much harder to react to this with other units since it doesn't pull them very far once they start walking. It pairs nicely with ranged splashed units. It easily clumps everything up. Though not as effective as arrows, Ice Golem combined with a Tornado can take out a Minion Horde. On top of that, it pulled them away from the Hog Rider. You can potentially plant a building 4 tiles from the river and 5 tiles from the arena tower. Then use a Tornado to force a lane switch on a Giant or Golem. Just like Zap, it kills Skeleton Army and leaves Minion Horde with a sliver of health. You can separate ground and air units quite effectively since air units have a different pathing. Unlike the Log, the Tornado can't pull ground units over the river, but it does pull air units across. Oftentimes, minions will fly away, escaping the Golem's death damage, but a Tornado can keep them within range of its death damage. Now this isn't an ideal scenario for your Golem, just an example of Tornado's potential. The Giant Skeleton's bomb takes 3 seconds to explode, so it's easy to dodge, but with the Tornado you can keep them within range. Sucking a Musketeer away from your tower, it can deny her for a positive elixir trade. If the units are moving and you Tornado them, they'll resist the pull and they won't move within range of the second tower. There's less resistance when they're busy engaging in attack. You can use small units to pull them and possibly even lane change that unit. Royal Giant is extremely difficult to counter once you've lost the tower, but you can divert the majority of its damage using a Tornado to persuade it into the other lane. This spell seriously limits the placement of miners. All of these tiles can force the miner to activate the King's Tower. If a Giant is already locked onto your tower, that means he's not walking, so you'll have more pull strength. This is especially helpful if you want to re-aggro him onto a different building. When an Inferno Dragon is already locked onto your tower and you don't have a stun, you can use a Tornado to pull him out of range of your tower. Pairing the Tornado with ranged units is very effective against melee units. Even a Mini P.E.K.K.A. is slightly ranged, and the damage of the Tornado allows the Mini P.E.K.K.A. to one-shot the Barbarians. With this exact placement and timing, it can shut down a Mini P.E.K.K.A. When your opponent pig pushes, it can completely cancel it out, then pull the Hog onto your building and kill the small units. If your enemy has a death ball coming, the tornado can clump up the death ball, then finish with a fireball. Despite all these crazy potential plays, you also have to be careful not to pull the units toward your tower faster. The units will still be able to attack as long as they're within range. On the flip side, if you see them play a defensive tornado, you can use this to your advantage and send in a hog or giant to speed them up. Some of these tricks require precise placement and timing. It's easy to use but difficult to master. It may not see immediate potential like the log. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more quality OJ.